TH gave you the last answer.
Judiciary for 3.
But it was wrong.
Judiciary for 3.
He gave you the right answer.
Okay, yeah, you did. Okay, Mark did. No, wait, no, you didn't. I'm some 3 points away.
Yeah, okay, you know what?
You guys have it. Go.
Okay,
gotta go.
Chapter 17, 3 points.
Chapter 17 for 3, judiciary. Natural law, common law, positive law. Actually, it is this group over here. Go ahead. Anybody in the group?
Natural law is God-given law. Common law is where the judges make.
Yes, it is. Common law is judge-made law. 1, 2, 3. Natural law. 1, 2, 3 is power that comes from above. Rights that are inherent for you for being human. What's positive law?
It's monetary. No.
It's law. It's a law.
Legislation.
It's a law
2.
which is written by humans and accepted over time. The opposite of natural law.
Positive law is going to be a law. 1, 2, 3 that's actually passed by a legislature. Double click with. Natural law, understood principle from a higher powers. Common law, judge-made law, not passed by a legislature. Positive law, law passed by a legislative body and accepted over time as you can go in. Pick a category, go.
I think we did the 3 points. For
Well, let's try it and see.
Go, click on it.
Double click with. List all you can. This is yours.
Oh,
Oily despots. You have it. You've got it next. Oily despots, go.
What they're saying basically is that the inflated price of petroleum is fueling communist nations with the cartel OPEC.
Communist nations.
Not communist. Non-democratic.
Non-democratic nations. I'll go. 1, 2, 3. No more slack though.
Okay.
Talk to me. Okay. Quiet.
Nations that have
Non-democratic nations. We got it. So tell me more.
There's only 2 countries in OPEC that are currently democracy. I think it's Mexico and Norway.
Norway is the one.
And
Mexico just turned.
It's developed.
And there's one other one.
Nigeria.
Nigeria is the other one. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. Tell me more.
The theory that when oil prices are high, democracy is low, and democracy is high, oil prices are low.
Yeah, the idea is that the higher the price of oil is, the less these other countries that are not democratic are going to move to democracy because they don't need to. They're making all this money from the petroleum. Having said that, when the petroleum prices are low, they need the democratic countries. They need resources from them. So they are going to be a little bit more democratic in order to attain those. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the money from these petroleum sales for these non-democratic countries typically going?
To terrorism.
Yeah, they're
It's
going
to terrorism. Anything more specific you can tell me?
It's going to, for an example, to subsidize Sudan's ethnic cleansing.
Ethnic cleansing in Sudan. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Iran's nuclear weapons.
Iran's nuclear weapons. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
And Saudi Arabia's
spreading the faith. 1, 2, 3, for lack of a better word. Anything else? 3.
What they're proposing,
2.
the guy who wrote the article is proposing a sliding scale tax to keep oil at a stationary level.
Yes, he is. 1, 2, 3.
So if it
Why?
stays the same price, what he's hoping is that it will, if oil gets cheaper, there's less demand for other
3.
natural resources. And
2.
Yeah, they want to increase
if
the
oil
federal.
stays expensive, there's more of a reason to start.
Go ahead, tell me.
They want to.
Why do they want the tax?
So that pretty much any tax then could, it would keep the oil prices low and it would also just give the government
No,
more.
they want the prices high so that there's more of a reason to fund alternative energies.
The floor to the prices so that it wouldn't go like but so low. So that way, because the whole theory is that once prices go once per gallon goes low, then people are less likely or don't care. They're not going to look into other alternative sources of oil. But once they...
Y'all started so well. This is what I was looking for on this. And Andrew, you actually started this. I know. I haven't given any and taken any away. Andrew, you started this. Let me go ahead and finish it. Okay, basically what it is. They wanted to set a tax, and you started to say that they were setting a floor. And the idea is that if the United States, the guy that wrote the article is saying the United States should establish a floor so that oil doesn't go too low. If the oil, they set this floor and it goes higher, the more that they tax it, the more that this money stays in the United States and doesn't go to these other causes. That's basically what he's saying on this, and y'all tried. You didn't quite get there. Go ahead, we're almost out of time. Pick me a category. You gave me the correct answer.
Okay, come on, clear the.
No, I didn't take points off.
Let's do 2 points, chapter 5.
Yeah, 2 points for chapter 5.
Stop. 2 points.
And then
2 points for 5. Totalitarianism. Go.
Totalitarianism is different. Is whenever they have one leader, and not only is it just one leader, it's also a cult of personality, which is different from authoritarianism, and they have an overarching like overarching
There we go.
ideology.
Yeah.
That's
Three.
An example
So
is
there's total complete control,
Given no
not
freedom,
only
the audience-
over public life, but also among your private life. They control weapons communication. There's no free press.
Go ahead, click on it. Totalitarianism. Elites lock themselves in power, totally unaccounted. Emphasis on brainwashing, total control, state worship. Yeah, I'll give you 6 on that.
Wait,
1, 2,
can
3,
we add
4,
that?
5, 6.
Yeah, we can
No,
add
we're
that.
almost out of time, but you can pick me the next
Yeah,
category.
Pick the most one. Which one's left?
Two.
Pick the most one.
Oh,
Plutocrats.
no.
I do think, and then I do think. Go.
Semi-autonomous, quasi-autonomous, non-government organizations in Britain.
Dear
And
God.
they-
Yeah, that is right. Okay, go.
And so they
1,
are
2.
giving, basically once a law is passed through the legislature, through parliament, that they give it to these quongocrats who then implement it.
Yes.
And they, it's like passing the buck. And so
It is.
they are like, so they implement the law and it keeps their hands cleaner. And
3.
Cameron's oppositional
They're
leader. He's
complete
trying to say
scapegoats.
that
An
we
equivalent,
should-
an equivalent in the United States is the United States Post Office after your mailbox got run
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
No, you were saying, that how they can't really think,
Identify you.
like they're bound by law and they don't have like.
So the quongocrats are these semi-autonomous organizations that are created by Parliament. And what they do is they implement the laws that Parliament
And they're complete
passes.
scapegoats.
As you said. Now here's the thing on this. As soon as Parliament creates them, they're now in charge and they kind of take away from Parliament's authority. So Parliament likes this because they're delegating and it gives them the freedom to do other things. They're criticized for this because once they
You're
give it
giving
up,
power to
they
people who aren't
don't
elected.
get it
Parliament
back.
also likes this because they're not held accountable.
And it's punting. It's
And
passing the
another
buck is what he
argument-
says.
Another argument for quongocrats is if Parliament had to enforce all these laws and find a way to enact them, they wouldn't have any time to actually pass any laws.
Yeah, that's true too. Can Parliament dissolve these things?
Well, they thought about it, but
No,
they
yeah,
had to set a committee of quongocrats.
Quongocrats up to actually undo it. Pick me the next category. Double click, wait, go.